What's the craziest thing you've ever witnessed in a hospital? I spent a few days in the hospital after surgery and had a sweet old man as my roommate across from me. He was too weak to manage things on his own and relied on the nurse for help. Unfortunately, the nurse assigned to him was awful. She was always late with his medication and would leave him waiting for hours before helping him use the bathroom. Whenever he asked for anything, she'd just groan and act like he was a burden. One night, his oxygen tube fell off the bed and he started struggling to breathe. He called for the nurse, and when she finally walked in, her phone rang. Instead of helping him right away, she checked her phone, told him to wait, and then walked out of the room to take a call from her boyfriend. He was still struggling to breathe, so I watched as he tried to reach for the tube himself. In doing so, he slipped and hit his head on the table beside him. The nurse came back a little later and, without even checking on him, just put him back on the bed and left. The next morning, his family came to visit and noticed the bump on his head. I was disgusted as I listened to her tell them she tried to help, but he insisted on doing it himself. After she left, I called his son over and told him what really happened. It turned out his son was a doctor there and he had her fired on the spot.